Good evening, everybody. Welcome to this week's Tier 1 stream here at Spain. Comms tonight, it's myself, Glenmore. Got a car out on track already, that's Hosey, so we'll stick on board with him. There's only Hosey and Maritz out at the moment. And if you were wondering, it's round 10 at Spain. Here we go, Hosey into turn 1 on his first hot lap. Wide through 2, avoiding that curb at 3 as well, nice and wide through that. A little bit tighter out of 3 than I think's the optimum line. See how he does through 4. Yeah, cuts back across quite early. Yeah, I'll be honest, he takes completely different lines to me, I think. As we see Alpine just cruise past the camera there in the gravel. I'm not sure which one that was. It was Harold. As Hosey comes up to the line now, 1:13.7, first time on the board. Next will be Maritz. Evening, Colin, mate. Hope you're alright. Moritz is on the mediums as well, so we'll have a look at the tyres. A lot of medium runners. We are running a sprint race as well, so not sure if this tyre selection will affect the tyres they can pick in the race. Moritz with a 1:12.8. Who is next? We've got a Red Bull of Oliver, who's got I think that is Bruges behind him. Bruges starting his hot lap. Oliver 12.834, so 22 thousandths of a second quicker. Paulie Orange 12.6, 10th and a half quicker. Hitting sprint weekend, yeah. I'll be honest, I forgot it was a sprint until I was setting the lobby up. Not a massive fan. Lucky 13.2. JJ is on an outlap. Glock 12.3. First competitive time, I'd say. We've got Bobo in as well now. Who are we missing? It's Flix. Flix hasn't shown up. That's not good. Armar 12.7, Spray 13 flat, Airways 13 flat, Sammy 13.7, just a thousandth ahead of Hosey, Dan 13 flat. We've got Pink, who's just started a lap. Bruges has got an invalidation. Harold has got an invalidation. Come on, lads. JJ's got an invalidation. Jesus Christ, they're all invalidating at the final corners. Mechanical says just caught Pink eating the wall, exit of turn 8. Yeah. We know Pink's a bottle. Moritz, I tell you what, 12.6 on his second run on their mediums. Purple sector 2 for Pink. Obviously, he's already bottled the lap. He's straight into the pits. Harold is going... no, he's not, sorry. Harold's coming into the pits. JJ's coming into the pits. Yeah, that invalidation at the final couple of corners screwed them. It looked like they had done this and next lap. So both Alpines without a time on the board. Oh, as Colin says, that was out lap, went again in turn 4. I think Pink's just a bottle job. We've got Wookie here. I should probably stay on board with Wookie, just, you know, get some tips for Sunday. Come on, Wookie, show us what you've got. But we've got Wookie, Sammy and Airways on out laps. One of the Alpines is coming straight back out as well. Don't want to stay in too late. Obviously no time on the board yet. And here we go, Wookie on his second run. Set of softs. Did he set his first time on? Oh, he set his first time on softs as well. It's looked clean so far. Bit of a slipstream there from one of the Alpines on an out lap and gets out of the way. Come on, lads, what are you playing at? Alpine supporting my title challenger. My own team. Helping the enemy. Final corner now. Burn what's left of the battery. DRS open. 13 flat. 10th and a half improvement. Puts himself P9. Sammy next. Almost a second improvement. Puts himself P5. Then we've got Airways. No, Airways is invalidated. So Airways not improving. Into the pits as well. I got confused then looking at the car, saw the orange and thought it was a McLaren. Oh, there's a lot of cars in that sector 1. That is chaos. I think Harold's ahead of that, and I think Harold's next to set a lap. Come on, Harold. Final corner. Plenty of battery left to burn. And P2, 112.4. Good lap there from Harold. Who is next? Got a McLaren. That was Colin just starting a lap. Bobo to the end of his lap, and it's a 124.3. So he's abandoned it and gone for another one. Bruges, 112.3. Go on, Bruges. Spray's just started a lap behind Bobo as well. I think he's just started a lap. He's not got a lot of battery unless he just finished one. Paulie Orange coming up to the line, 112.1. Glock, 111.9. One of the Red Bulls, Oliver. 112.3. 1,000th behind Bruges. I think Dan is next. 4/10th improvements at Sector 2. Oh, wide is invalidated. Dan's invalidated. Mechanical 12.4. Alpine into the pits. Bobo 12.6 goes to P7. What's Pink got? JJ P6 12.4. Pink 11.7. Fuck off, Pink. Moritz a 12.1 goes P3. Good lap. Good lap, Moritz. So Rick obviously missing this weekend, and Pink with that lap seems to be taking advantage. I mean, his first lap he completely bottled, but yeah, second run a lot better. But Glock up there as well, an 11.9 from Glock. Great lap time. JJ on a new wheel, so still in that learning phase, but competitive time now, 12.4, 1,000th behind Harold. Pink setting the pace there. Glock not too far behind. The only two in the 11s. But losing Osso, Housey and Lucky. The three tier 3 reserves there. Just waiting now for the start of the sprint race. Oh, yeah, sorry, Colin. Oh, I just went straight into automatic, usual mode. I've just sat here waiting, thinking, why is it taking this long for load into Q2, and realised it's a sprint. It's a sprint, we're not losing anyone. That is the grid set for the sprint race. It's just because I looked up and saw Q1. My bad, it's been a long day. Been a long day. Evening Pink, evening Osso. Osso, you can just keep your opinions to yourself. Here we go. Race strategies selected, tyres selected, and everybody's on the mediums. So, the only positive here for me is Osso's at the back. But no, that makes Moritz's quality time even better. The fact he's starting the sprint P3, great job. Bruges and Harold up there as well. Bobo down in P10 for the sprint, not great. Dan down in 14th as well, invalidating that final run's cost him a lot there. I've just pressed something. Oh, there we go. So here we go now, grid is forming up for what will be an 11 lap sprint. Oliver overshot his marks there, disqualified. That'll reset his car position, and there we go. That's 5 lights, and away we go. Lights not held long at all. Pink seems to have got a good start. Glock didn't get a bad one either. Glock on the... Oh, he's tucked in, sorry, for a toy with Dan I was seeing in the background who was well on the inside. Poly Orange, a little bit of a lock-up. Oliver getting bruised, JJ getting Harold, Bobo up past Harold and Mechanical. So Bobo up 2 already. Oh. Amar up the inside of Mechanical. Dan's up 2 as well. Spray down 5. Mechanical wide though. I think it was Amar and Dan also. Dan was very wide and lost the position to Sammy. Sprays 2 seconds off the pack, so I'm going to guess he's got some damage. Yeah, he's got wing damages into the pits. Glock is just on the edge of that 1 second gap. Same with Moritz and Poly Orange. So the front of the field is spreading a little bit after that first lap. Glock has burnt a lot of... Oh, Pink as well. Almost no battery left. Moritz, 50%. Poly Orange, 70%. Oliver, 80-odd%. But yeah, your front two down to 10%. It's probably why they've pulled away. I think Pink's trying to break DRS, which hasn't worked. But the front two have managed to pull away from everyone else as Armand makes it up past Mechanical into turn one. Bobo sat on the back of JJ. Sammy battling Mechanical as well now. Oh, that's Mechanical well off track. I'm not sure if there was a coming together there. Just seen the McLaren in the gravel. He's not quite at the back as spray pitted. Replace that. Oh, repaired that wing damage, put softs on, and now he's drifting. That won't help them tyres last this sprint. The front two have got a 3-second lead now to the rest of the pack. See now Glock with DRS this time round. Not burning battery, but he's still got the same amount as Pink. He gained by a couple of attempts. Poly Orange making it up past Moritz into turn one. Them and Oliver, very similar on battery. Mechanical has pulled into the pits and retired. We got a yellow flag. I think that's just for Colin's car being returned out on track. Wing damage, yeah. Oh, I don't know if the wing damage thing affects F1. I know it affects F2 because it takes a set of tyres off you. So for the sprint, you're fucked. In F1, I don't know how it does it. We'll find out with Spray and Prayer whether or not he's screwed for the feature race. But yeah, Moritz back past Poly Orange. That car looks very low to the ground, the Moritz. Pink still at the front. He's managed to recharge all his battery back as well. His full battery now. Glock at 60-odd%. Still within his DRS, keeping him honest. But the man I thought I'd be challenging him is currently sat down in 8th. He's not been able to make his way through this pack. You've tapped Harold at turn one, difficult turning right. Yeah, I get it, mate. I get it. Obviously, I raced last Sunday at Jeddah with wing damage on one side, and as soon as it happened, it just felt awful to drive. I know how it feels. JJ pushing up on the back of Bruges. Is he going to make a move into turn one? No, not quite close enough as they get to the braking zone. But front two now, 5-second lead. Oliver round the outside of Poly Orange. Oh, Bruges. Something happened to Bruges though. Bruges lost a number of positions. Poly Orange and Bobo are fighting. They're side by side now going into turn 5. Turn 6. Turn 6. Spray getting 3 seconds. Bobo up to 5th now. Glock is close towards the edge of that DRS zone to Pink. And again, both are in the same battery again now. Glock actually slightly higher. So Pink burning there to try and break Glock, and he's not managed to do it again. You've got a yellow flag for an Aston Martin in sector 1, which is a Jose, who's currently eating the barrier. It looks like he's just gone straight on at turn 1. Or lost it at turn 2. Not too sure, but Jose's got wing damage now. Glock right on the back of Pink again. 6.6 back to Moritz. Moritz, to be fair, has got a lot of battery as well. He's focusing on just defending and holding that P3, which I don't think is a bad strategy. It's a track that seems hard enough to pass. He's got a lot of battery. It's just a... Oh, there we go, Glock. Glock's made a move up the inside of turn 1. He's burnt a bit more than Pink, but he wants to lead. Let's see what he can do now from the front. Pink has got almost double his battery though. Yellow flag, that is... Who is that? That was Spray. Spray's DNF. That was weird. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Colin. Pink can just sit behind now, recharge his ERS, sit with DRS and sit comfortably. I tried the same thing in Singapore. No, Vegas. Vegas? Was it Vegas, Singapore? I think it was Vegas and it didn't work. Pink doesn't want to sit behind though. Pink wants to lead from the front. That's the difference. Oh, he goes back round the outside. Pink's still got the battery though. Oliver, past Moritz now. Oliver up into P3. Moritz still with more battery than Oliver. 2 laps to go. Bobo, more battery than both of them. Paulie Orange has got more battery. JJ's got good battery. Harold. Oh, it'd be the Alpine lads that did, wouldn't it? Come on, lads. Dan in the position he started in, but Dan's got wing damage. Wookie doesn't. Also, no, seems clean. We know Housie does as well. Pink behind, 3 tenths away. He's pushing down this straight. He's gone for it. He's gone for it this lap. Now, based on what Colin was saying, that's probably a lap too early. Moritz back past Oliver. He needs to pull a gap on him this lap so that he can't be overtaken on that start-finish. Oh, Glock's just had a slide. That might cost him. That might cost him. It's definitely costed him some time. If he can pull it back or not, we will soon find out. That slide might have saved Pink there. DRS now. Oh, Pink's pushing. Pink is pushing. The gap's at 1.1. Quali lap now for Pink. And that's it. Well, no, he's done it. As long as he's out of DRS, I think he's safe. He's pushed where he needed to. I agree with you, Colin. I thought I agree with you. I thought he'd gone a lap too early though, and he's pushed everything on that lap. Since he got past that slide from Glock, pretty much just put the ball in Pink's court. So now it's just this battle for P3 to be decided. They've made it through the first DRS into turn 1. Moritz still in the lead. All over P4. The lead of this train. Moritz P3, all over P4, Bobo P5, Polly Orange P6, all over the back of Bobo, JJ 7th, Harold 8th, Armand 9th, and Bruges 10th. So this battle for the podium goes all the way down to 10th position. See if anyone can make any moves down this DRS straight. It's not looking like it. No, everybody following each other home, it looks. Pink's just took the final corner. Glock's still out of DRS range, and that is the line. That is the sprint win for Pink. Second for Glock, and brilliant third place for Moritz, though. Hard fought, well done, well deserved. Bobo up 5 places, but only a P5. Yeah, his qualifying let him down there. Biggest loser, apart from Colin, obviously, who's DNF'd, and Spray, take them out, they've DNF'd. Biggest loser who finished is Bruges, down 5 places. Yeah, you could see that little slide on that last lap Glock looked crucial, really. That gave Pink the little gap he needed to then try and push to get past. So, other than that, mate, well fought. You didn't just sit behind him all the way through it. You did fight him, and it was nice to see some good racing. And yeah, just a second behind. That's nothing. I'm looking forward to now the feature qualifying, a little bit of a longer session, let the lads get an extra run in, see if, Bobo can sort his quali out, whether Pink bottles it again. It also says he's doing better in Tier 1 than Tier 3. Do you know why that is? That's because there's no pressure on you. When you're racing Tier 3, you put this pressure on yourself that you're expected to do something and you shouldn't. You turn up and race, mate. Don't practice. Turn up and race. It works. Believe me. And Glock saying some action in a sprint for a change. Yeah, you're right. I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be a difficult one to commentate on, but it wasn't. It wasn't bad. We had a bit of action going on everywhere, a lot of battles, a lot of swapping of positions, so that is what we want to see. Let's hope it's the same in the feature. I'll be back in just a second. Hello everybody, I am back. We've got Hosey, no not Hosey, JJ coming up to the line, 12.8 for JJ, Airways 12.7. Let's have a quick check. Tyres just down on the mediums, everybody else on the hards. Hosey, we're in the final corner. And Hosey 13.4. I think Dan's next on his mediums. Oh, shit, and Dan straight into the pits. Didn't bother on the mediums. So we've got Sammy, who's just started a lap. We'll stick on with Sammy. Sammy now in sector 3, just 2 corners to go. Still 30% battery, so still plenty of battery to burn up to the line. 12.7, yeah, 12.7 for Sammy. We've got Spray and Wookie on the laps at the moment. Wookie looks like he's abandoned his. Spray is still going. JJ and Airways have gone for another lap, 12.5 and a 12.7. Spray up to the final corner. And P4, 12.8. Wookie obviously abandoned is about to start a lap now. We've got Oliver who's on a lap, Amar who's in sector 2, whereas Harold's only just started, so we'll stick on with Amar, he'll be next. Bar those who've already set a time, but I want to stick on with the people who haven't yet. Oh, both the ones who'd already set a timer into the pits anyway, JJ and Sammy. Colin, don't insult me like that, mate. I'm out at top, 112.2. Wookie a 13 flat. Harold a 13.7. Harold needs to buck his ideas up before he gets made to find a new team. No, not Carlsberg, mate. I drink the king of beers, but other brands are available. Yeah, I'm a Budweiser man myself, so that is what I drink. As we watch Paulie Orange now, just a few corners to go on his first run. Thought the league was sponsored by Carlsberg. Yeah, Dan's been pushing for it for a long time, to be honest. No matter how much he drinks, they don't sponsor him. I think they've seen his driving. Paulie Orange 12-1 put himself briefly P1 until Glock set a 12 flat and went top. Moritz 12-4. Wookiees into the pits now. Harold is on an bit of a slide there. Bobo's on a lap, end of sector 2. Bobo's into the pitch, he's abandoned it. Harold, the 13-1. So it moved him up one position, that extra lap. Dan on a lap now in sector 3. Dan 12-4 puts himself P7. Pink 11-8 on his first run, so Pink straight to the top. Harold, I'm hoping, comes into the pits and bucks his ideas up. First run's done from Morse. Bobo also mechanical, no time on the board as of yet. You got Sammy who's just started a lap. Into 7 and 8 now. Not too bad a line. On the run into 10, 10th and a half under. It's only going to move him up a couple of positions, 3 positions at best at the moment, maybe 4. Dan's quite close to Oliver, but let's see what his sector 3 is. That might save him. And it is a 112.5, and it puts him P10. I say save him. I keep saying save him as though that he's going to be out of the session. He's not. This is a sprint qualifying, so this is for the starting position on the grid. JJ, who's not improving. Wookie, who's not improving, but he's closer. Yeah, Wookie improving by a 10th at Sector 2. Wookie at 13 for that. Everybody out on track. This is why it's so busy, being a sprint quality. Just the one session. JJ, just a couple of corners to go. One of the kicks in front of him, who's on an out lap. That was Paulie Orange, just started his hot lap. JJ up to the line, 12-1, puts himself P3. Now all the laps start flying in. Glock has crossed the line to start his hot lap. Trying to keep up. Bruges, purple sector 1. Is that Harold who's coming to the end of a lap? Or has he just started a lap? Harold's just started a lap. And he has Dan behind him. Poor Dan. Almar's just crossed the line to start his lap. So Bruges is next across the line. Then it's Paulie Orange. So Airways, Sammy, Wookie, Housey and Osso are done. Bruges up to the line. And it's a 111.9. Bruges P2. Paulie Orange, what can he do? A 111.9 goes to P2, just ahead of Bruges. Glock is next. Oh, Glock's in the gravel. He Glock's out. Oh, Glock lost it. Ended up in the wall. Pink and 11.5. I missed who else crossed the line then. Airways Spray. Mechanical did, yeah, 12.4. Dan's just jumped ahead of Colin. Moritz, 12.2. P8. Armar coming up to the line now. P2, 11.8 for Armar. What? Bobo's a 12.2. Bobo's P9. Harold. You better than that. But yeah, pink on pole again. Glock, unfortunately, losing it there right at the end of his final run. Pink on pole. Pink on pole there for the feature. Amar 3/10 behind. Poley Orange less than just a 10th behind. Bruges back up in P4. Nice to see Bruges back up there. Now he's getting used to that wheel and being back. Used to this game. Glock, unfortunately, crashing out there right at the end. He seemed to be on a good lap as well. What am I doing? As Patrick Pope says, also T1. Opa, evening, sorry. Glock saying, how can I go slower than sprint quality? Yeah, it happens, mate. Conditions can be that much different, even though they seem similar. You know, just slight different in temperature, whatever, can cause that. Also saying, always a pleasure, Clay, last. Yeah, it will be if you don't set a time. Rick saying, well, that's my title league gone. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but we all know Pink's got a bottle in him. Pink can fully bottle this. Fully. I mean, Pink's used to bottling championships. He's done it for a few seasons now. Ah, that's a shame. Glock was 0.1 down, tried to use the RS last corner to make up for it and lost it. Dirtier will be fun. Yeah, there'll be a battle, mate. There'll be a bit of a train, but you showed some pace in that sprint and sprint quali, so you know it's there. So yeah, it's just a case of keeping your head now for the feature and making your way through. Here we go for the feature race. Have a look at strategies. Oh, Oliver on the hards, mechanical on the softs, everybody else on the mediums. So, straight away, mechanical is on a two-stop. Which is not faster. Rick, don't know what's going on with Bobo, but you needed him up there. Yeah, he's I don't know if it's a lack of practice or what, mate. He was a little bit late to the session. He had something going on his way home, so he attended to that. Bobo was a hero. But yeah, bad quali for the sprint, up 5 places, and then sprint for the feature. Quali for the feature wasn't great either. He's only a position higher than he was for the sprint. Here we go. Lights are on. 5 lights. And away we go. Armagh look to get a better start than Pink though. And then it's the grass. Armagh's tumbling down. Oh no! Armagh all the way down to 12th. And Glock, who had the mistake there in quali, crashed out up 3 places into P2 at the back of Pink again. Bobo as well, you know, I slag him off for his qualifying position. He's up 4 places on the opening lap. Bobo into P5. But yeah, Armagh losing 10 places. Spray losing 5. Armagh looked to get a good jump, and then all of a sudden, when I jumped on board, he was on the grass. Pink's broke DRS to Glock, who's broke it to Poly Orange. Bruges is on the back of Poly Orange. Bobo's borderline with Bruges. And then the rest of the field are all in Bobo's DRS range. Pink setting the fastest lap as he still continues to just pull away a little bit at the front. Poly Orange just getting back into that DRS range of Glock. So now JJ's behind, falling behind a bit now. I don't know if he's just got past Moritz there, but a 1.6 second gap to Bobo, so 2nd to 5th are in a DRS train, and then 6th to the back of the pack. So we've got Pink pulling away on his own, then a little gaggle of cars, and then the rest of the field. Bobo, biggest winner so far, up 4. Moritz up past Oliver now. That gap between JJ and Bobo gone up slightly. Up to 1.9 now, another 3/10. And Harold now out of DRS to Wookie. Come on, Harold, what are you doing? Pink with a 2-second gap now. Looks like we've got a thorough battle for second though. Paulie Orange, Bruges and Bobo all in there. Moritz going for a move on JJ up the inside into turn 1. Similar move happening behind. Armar and Colin. Colin's fighting it round the outside, defending on them soft tyres, which they'll be gone now, seeing the best of them. So he'll just be holding the rest of this pack up now. Dan can breathe a sigh of relief. He's got Colin behind, defending like he does. Sorry, I'm just paying attention to the gaps, just watching the gap. The gap from Colin to Dan has closed by a few tenths. And Colin's pitted, yeah, he had to. He had to, them softs were gone. Paulie Orange up past Glock. Bruges up past Bobo. So Paulie Orange now in second place, 3-second gap to Pink. It's closing it slightly, but I'm assuming Pink will just be in cruising and manage mode now. Mechanical, what tyres did he go for? Hards. Be honest, I think he'll struggle to get it to the end. Glock past Paulie Orange again. So Oliver and Mechanical now the only ones on hards. Harold up past Wookie. .2, the gap at the front now, so Pink extended a little bit, Paulie Orange getting back past Glock into turn 1. Bruges still ahead of Bobo. Bobo just sitting on the back of the pack, he's got more battery than him. Moritz another 3 seconds back now, he's past JJ. Oliver on the back of them, so I'd expect very shortly Oliver's tyres to start being the better tyre to be on and see him making moves forward, closing gaps. But we've got a bit of a DRS fest here, a bit of a snooze fest. Spain used to be an exciting track. And for some reason, we're not getting that excitement anymore. There's absolutely nothing happening. No penalties. Only the one pit stop so far. Amar has got one position back after that disastrous start. JJ and Oliver down 1, Bobo up 4. You've got Glock, Moritz, Dan, Sammy, Harold and Wookie up 2. Colin down 5, but that's because he's pitted. Moritz has closed that gap to Bobo massively. It was at 3 seconds. It's now 1.8. Bobo picking up a 3-second penalty as well, which could be crucial. The way Moritz is closing that gap makes me think he's ready for pitting. Wookie and Spray battling. Through turn 1, 2, now into 3. Spray with the inside line. Wookie on the cleaner outside line. Bruges back past Bobo. Bobo back past Bruges. Wookie has got the better of Spray there in that battle. And Bobo's got the better of Bruges there. But that 3-second penalty won't help him, so he'll want to move forward now, which is probably why he's pushing. As Rick says, dirtier. Yeah, I'll be honest, I didn't think it were that bad at Spain. I thought Spain was one of them tracks where you had a bit of mix of corners, a bit of everything, and it made for good racing. You know, Spain was always, whenever I'd want to practice manual gears or no traction or anything like that, if I wanted to try something new, it was always Spain I went for because I thought it's got everything. So I thought the racing would have everything, and it doesn't. I'm disappointed. Amar up past Dan on the run into turn 1, got him on the straight. We've got Osso pitting. Hopefully not quitting. But you never know with Osso. Saying that, he's not got a track limit penalty yet. Give him another few laps. Glock, Bobo and Bruges still on the back of Paulie Orange in P2. So no time to rest for that second, that battle for second. Moritz has got the gap down to 1.6 now, so Moritz definitely got some pace. He's pulled away from the group behind as well. Oliver, who's on the hard tyres, which I'd expect to be better at well before this point. He's out of DRS at the moment, which I didn't expect. Oh, has closed that gap back to Moritz. Moritz just dropping slightly off Bruges, but times are fairly consistent, to be honest. We've got a DRS battle for second down to 5th, and then the DRS battle from 6th down to 10th. Moritz has made a mistake. We saw a yellow flag. His teammates pitted. Dan's pitted. Pink's burnt a lot of battery, so it made me think he's pitting. Bruges has dropped off that front pack now. Bruges 1.6 back from Bobo, 1.7. So the worn tyre is definitely not Bruges' friend. Glock has pitted. So has Bruges. Will Bobo have a good enough lap now to prevent the undercut of Bruges? Glock, I'm assuming he'll still come out ahead of Bobo. Polly Orange is pushing now. No, he's not. He's not, but he's breaking that DRS to Bobo. Ooh, okay. And that gap at the front has come down massively. It was over 4 seconds. It's now 2.5, 2.4. Is staying out that extra lap that costly? We'll find out shortly after the first pit stops. I'm assuming they'll be in this lap. Pink is in. Polly Orange stares out. Bobo stares out. Oliver stares out. JJ does. Airways in. Moritz in. Harold in. Sammy in. Wookie stares out. Spray with a 10-second penalty, Jesus. When it rains, it pours. So Glock just 2 seconds, 2.1 behind Pink now, after pitting a lap earlier. Bruges ahead of... Who was Bruges battling? I wanted to say Amar, but he wasn't. He was battling Glock. Bobo. No, he weren't battling Pink. Polly Orange and Bobo, they're the two, sorry. Polly Orange now who's pitting. See where these come out in relation to Glock and Bruges, who pitted 2 laps earlier now. Glock's through. Oh, Bruges is right on the back of Bobo. Glock's jump, Polly Orange. Bruges is past. Oh, Bobo's in a wall. Bobo's spun. He's lost his wing. It's a full safety car. Oliver who stayed out, gets a free pit stop. But it's too long for the mediums to go to the end. Bobo's driving around in the gravel. What the fuck are you doing? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I mean, Mechanical there is going to get pretty much a free pit stop. I think that's the only person it really benefits. I mean, Oliver gets a free pit stop, but it's at the wrong point. Being on the hards. If he was on the mediums, this were perfect. Being on the hards, I think it's going to screw him a little bit. Because these mediums won't get to the end. He has to pit, which he has. You know, I get that. But this will bunch the field completely back up. But Bobo, of all people, bottling it though. And not pink like we thought it'd be. Mechanical, Bobo, Spray, also pitting. Bobo, also Spray going for mediums, Mechanical going for another set of hards. That's a good decision from Colin though. He should be good now to the end. And he'll have better tyres than everyone ahead of him. Oliver did go for mediums. Obviously, had to get that mandatory pit stop out of the way. But I think it's too early for them mediums. I don't know. What have they just done? Some of the lads did 15 on them then. You're going to have a couple under the safety car here. Oh, it's going to be borderline whether or not he can get them to the end. But if he does get them to the end, they'll be dead. And Paulie Orange behind him, on one lap, older, hard tyres, should fly past him. Looking at the space in between drivers, barring anyone pitting, I'd expect the safety car to be in this next lap. Which would be what, lap 19, leave 14 to go. Oliver could get to the end, you know, but like I said, them tyres will be screaming at the end. Yeah, just waiting on Spray to close up to the pack now. Sammy to close up as well. Don't know why he's left a gap there. There we go, safety car in this lap. So Pink will now back the pack up. Essentially become the safety car. And let's see, second time round for Glock now, on the back of Pink this time, instead of having to fight through on lap 1 to get past a few cars. On this restart, on the back of Pink, will he be able to stick with him? Obviously these two pulled away in the sprint. And Pink has gone. And Glock got a good restart there as well. Less than 2 attempts behind as he get into turn 1. How's it losing the position there? I think also did as well. What has Oliver got in him on them medium tyres? Few laps fresher than the lads ahead. But softer compound means higher work, lower tyre life. He won't want to take too much out of them too early. If he wants to get to the end on that set of tyres, that is. Wookie tumbling down. Been passed by Spray, Bobo, Mechanical, and Sammy, I want to say. I don't know if he was ahead of Sammy or not. But Wookie's a Haas driver, so it makes sense. DRS enabled now. We've got a DRS train. The whole field's in a DRS train at the moment. Paulie Orange is the one who's closest to losing it. But I'd say Paulie Orange has got the best tyres. 4-lap old hards opposed to the 5-6-lap old hards and the 3-lap mediums of all. I'd say Paulie Orange has got the best tyres of the grid. And he's in the best position. It's just whether or not he can stick with Oliver. He needs to stick in that DRS and stick with Oliver. Not lose that front two. If he wants any chance at winning this race. Bobo has tumbled down. Bobo's lost it at turn 7. No wing damage, no visible damage anyway. Yeah, he's back going, but Bobo 6.5 seconds off the pace with a 3-second penalty. He's our only driver with a penalty. And he just drove straight on there at turn 10. Yeah, I don't really know what Bobo's doing here. It's a bit of a shambles. You got beached. Oliver challenging Glock there. And Oliver up past Glock. Paulie Orange has done well. He closed that gap back down and stuck on the back of him. Yellow flag, that's Bobo's pit and quit. Looks like his car's being released as well, so hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. Oh, it's right in front of Dan. It's ghosted. They can just drive through it. But yeah, not great. Oliver up into P2 now, sticking with Pink. 2-lap fresher tyres, but on the softer medium tyre. Glock still sticking with them. Paulie Orange on the back as well. Paulie Orange, I think as long as he sticks in though, he's got a good chance of going for P2, potentially getting the win. If Pink makes any mistake, I think Paulie Orange is the favourite. I think Paulie Orange is going to have a battle with Glock towards the end of the race. Bruges up into P5 as well. He's sticking on the back of Paulie Orange quite nicely. Armar, 100% battery. sat behind Bruges. One lap older tyres, but he's looking comfortable at the moment, is Armagh. Dan as well, P7. Dan's burning a lot of battery though to stay there. Airways does want to get past him, but can't do so. So now our DRS train is from 1st to 6th. Dan has dropped out of that DRS now, so Dan, Airways, JJ in a little train, and then Moritz is back in, yeah. So it's now Dan down to Harold's out of it now, P11. And Dan's closed in on Armagh by a good few attempts, so yeah, it's sort of to-ing and throwing at the moment. 10 laps to go. The 9 once we cross the line. Oliver is all over the back of Pink, and Oliver's still got a lot of battery. He's got more battery than Pink left, so he's not in a bad position at all. It's just them tyres, whether he can get them to the end. Another 10 laps. I personally don't think he can. Airways up past Dan into turn 1. Airways now 1.6 behind that group for the lead, that top 6. But from 7th down to 15th, all in DRS. Freshest tyres on them lads at the back, who decided to pit again under that last safety car mechanical. 8 lap old hard, spray, 8 lap mediums, same as Oliver. Lucky 9 lap hards. How's the 10 lap hards? So yeah, Paulie Orange, I still think, I don't know, I think he's got a very good shot at the podium. Like I say, I don't think Oliver is going to make it to the end on them. As Rick says, as it stands, his championship lead is 2 points. Well, guess what, Rick? That means you lead into the Christmas break, which is more than enough. That's what you need. You want to lead into that Christmas break. And I'm hoping I can follow suit and do the same on Sunday. Mechanical making it past Harold. Harold on older tyres than Colin. Colin, to be fair, he's done his second stop. That safety car helped him with that second stop, popping a second set of hards on as well. So he picked the right strategy for that. The timing was perfect for Colin. Yeah, Airways 2.7 back from that top 6 now. Still got Airways, Dan, JJ, Moritz in that little battle for P7. Sammy, P11, and then down to P15, Wookie, all within DRS. Oliver, close to a second gap now. Is Pink going to push, try and break it before this straight? Where is the detection zone? It's right now between these two corners. Pink was pushing. Has he pushed enough? Has he broke it? He has. He's broke it. He's brought DRS. So Oliver's now on 10 lap mediums with no DRS. He could be a sitting duck now. He's seen the best of his tyres. There's 6 laps left. His tyres are going to be very past the sell-by date. Pink just seen a gap forming and yeah, burnt at the right time, pulled away. And as soon as that gap went over a second, it's just gone up from there. Up to 1.5 now, 1.6. Pink's still burning a little bit, but not much more than Oliver. We've got Spray now up past Harold. Come on, Harold, you can't be letting someone on 10 lap mediums past you. And he's let Wookie past as well. Has Harold got a problem? If he's not yet, he will have when he gets in team chat. We'll be having words, Harold. Oliver now defending, taking a defensive line. Glock trying to go around the outside at turn 1. Oh, Oliver turns in. I don't know, there wasn't a lot of room left there. Glock had to back out. Paulie Orange is now all over the back of Glock. It's not decided yet. 5 laps to go. And the podium is definitely not decided. We've got a battle from 2nd down to 6th. Pink now comfortable at the front. Now he's got that gap. Let's see what happens now with Oliver and Glock. Glock's got more battery. Oliver's gone defensive immediately. He's burning everything he's got battery wise. Glock's trying to go up the inside, dives up the outside and gets the move done before turn 2. Nicely done from Glock. Didn't give Oliver a chance, and he's made Oliver burn a hell of a lot of battery. So Paulie Orange at 78%, Oliver's at 20%. And them, like I said, them tyres now will be feeling bad. Will Paulie Orange attempt a move down the straight? Will he wait for the straight to turn 1? Get as close as he can on this straight and then save it for turn 1, but Oliver will have DRS himself. And we've seen DRS trains, it's hard to overtake. That's why everyone's following each other here. Here we go. Onto the main straight now, the one that you can overtake. And Paulie Orange has not gained on Oliver whatsoever, so Oliver must be running low wings. Must be running low wings. I think Paulie Orange needs Oliver's tyres to fall off a cliff now for a chance at that podium. Pink got that gap over 2 seconds now. Yeah, I think Oliver having the DRS is screwing Paulie Orange at any chance of trying to get past him. He's closer this time round, but Oliver's also closer to Glock. I thought Oliver was going to go for it then, right in the braking zone, but no. Yeah, gap's closing to about 3/10 in the braking zone, but yeah, Polly Orange with the DRS and burning ERS, not able to close on Oliver. Obviously, Oliver's burning himself, trying to catch Glock again and get past Glock. Sorry, Rick, I know you're not racing. Gap at the front has closed ever so slightly, a few tenths. But still, Polly Orange. He looks closer this time, but has he got enough to cut? No, I think all his wings are too low. The gap just goes up. On the straight here now, the gap's just going up. Yeah, Oliver's definitely running lower wings. So, Polly Orange is going to have to think of something different because he can't make the move on the straight. He'll be back after the Christmas break, stronger, hopefully. I mean, I'll be honest, I hope you are. I hope you are, because I've enjoyed seeing you up there fighting. And, you know, over the last couple of seasons, seeing you set these like blinding quali laps every now and again, and then in the race, you know, you sort of just fall off or you don't quite have the pace in the race. It's nice to see this season where you've been putting it together, you've been having good qualies and good races, so I'm enjoying it. It's another name in that mix with Pink and Bobo. It's great to see. It provides great entertainment as well because you're not afraid of overtaking. It has been good to watch this season. Apart from this race has been pretty boring and Rick's not here. Maybe that's the thing, Rick. Maybe we need you here for the entertaining races. Oliver's tyres must be absolutely screaming now, but Polly Orange still doesn't have enough to catch him. And that's it, that was his main overtaking opportunity down into turn 1 on this final lap. Moritz and JJ battling through, I think that was turn 5 and 6. JJ ahead. We got a yellow flag. A spray. It's spray. And there we go, finishes pretty much as we were. Pink takes the win, 1.7 seconds. Oliver a second behind. Polly Orange, Bruges, Amar, Airways, Dan, JJ, Moritz, Sammy, Mechanical, Wookie, Spray, Harold down in 15th. Harold's had a stink of that. I know that's where he qualified, but Harold has more pace than that. He should have been higher. Yeah, I've got to say my driver of the day, without a doubt, is going to Oliver. Popping the medium tyres on at that safety car, dragging him out as long as he did, and still holding that third place is one hell of a fight. That is a great drive from Oliver. Great drive, securing that podium. There we go. Race winner, Pink Glock P2, Oliver P3. So I'll fire invites out for our podium sitters. So Pink, Glock, and Oliver. Party invites sent to the podium sitters now. I'll be back in just a second before we start the interviews. And it appears nobody is joining the podium interviews, so I will end the broadcast there. Thanks everyone who's tuned in. Join us Sunday where we race here at Spain Tier 3. And then it is the Christmas break, so this is the last race before the Christmas break. See you all in 2 weeks. Hope you all have a very good Christmas. Wish you and all your families well. We'll see you in the new year.